How you guys doing? Adam here at RNF Homestead. Getting my shoes on. We're gonna get a start for the day here. Even though it's 12 o'clock, technically it's lunchtime. But got a few things to do today. We're going to show you a thing or three, hopefully. We're going to start with some new developments. Okay. We take you along. Alright, so to start with, got ourselves a lovely incubator. Of course, probably seen it before. I'm gonna unplug this dude so it doesn't yell at me. But in here, we've got one lonely egg we're still waiting for. We've had 2 hatch already. We had 3 actually hatch yesterday. Today is Tuesday, the, oh shucks, the 18th, I believe. So yesterday, the 17th, we had 2 eggs hatch. You see there are little giblets in there, and I'll show you those guys in a minute. Those 4 aren't due to hatch for about another 5 to 6 days. And these 2 guys are the fellers that we've had hatch yesterday. You can see they're up moving around. Got the light here. It's a little warm, so we turned the light off. And we also moved Fred inside of here. Kind of hoping that he will, you know, kind of take over the Uncle Fred role as basically his, these are his kids kind of thing. I'm gonna bring you guys out here to the chickens. We had to move some roosters. And got a new little cage here. So we moved these guys into this pen. And basically the idea behind it is so they'll stop fighting. They're starting to get to where they get a little irritated with everybody and they fight. So we moved Lester there, Liam, and this guy in here. And then we left George in this pen. I'm trying to get a good angle there. Left George in here because he's a little smarter than the rest of them. And then we also, let's see if I can find them. Oh, there they are. Those 2 guys. These 2 guys right here, we moved them in here. They're kind of hanging together, staying away from the other guys currently. Put those in there last night. Kind of give them an idea on what's going on. We also have I think her name's Blondie. She's inside the coop. She's got some eggs that she's sitting on. She's been trying to sit on some to start with. She's in this door here. I'm not going to open it up and bother her, but she's been sitting on those, I'm assuming overnight. And now we're going to come out to the shop here. We're splitting some boards and stuff. Trying to get ready for another coop because we need to expand a little. We got more babies coming, so. Okay, so as promised, you see us here, we're splitting some 2x6s, I believe they are. Running them across the table saw. Basically what we're doing is we're cutting them down twice. The idea behind that is to give us 3 roughly 2-inch square poles out of each board. The plan here is to basically utilize as much material as possible without wasting anything. So as you see us here, we're going to lay them flat. Now mind you, if we're getting 3 boards out of one 2x6, then essentially the 2 laying 10 foot long there are part of one board. So essentially what's happening is we got 2x6x10, and then you cut it down twice. So then you end up with 3 10 foot long pieces. And then on the chop saw there, you see us cutting those down. I believe those are 44 inches long each. So essentially what we're doing is we're going to take the shorter ones and we're going to make, if you were building a house, you would basically call them studs, right? Something to give the square some kind of rigidity. So you see us cutting them down on the chop saw there, and what we're going to do is we're going to put 5 44-inch length pieces in between the top and the bottom that are laying on the ground. So see, there's 1, then I lay 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And then essentially we're going to divide those up, pretty evenly, center to center, and get those screwed in with some deck screws. I believe we used 3 inches here to get them screwed in lengthwise. I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah, and there we go. We're pulling the tape measure out. We got the ends put on. They're square. I believe the first one is, I think we did it like every 30 inches or so. And then we're going to put those in. The ground's not level, so I'm having to lift them up so you can get them in center. Now what he did here too was he would pre-drill through the first piece and then add the screw, so that way we didn't get any splitting or cracking. Splits and cracks are terrible for wood. All right, so we got the one side basically put together. Now we're going to put the other end on, and you'll see the pre-drill here as well. See, there he goes, pre-drill. Take the other one, boom, put the screw in, and come down to the other end, pre-drill. I don't even think he's pre-drilling all the way through either. I want to say he's going about halfway. Basically just giving it a good start, in other words. Now you notice there that he corrected me on where we were measuring. So the reason why he did that is because one end is going to be a factory end, right? So by factory, I mean it was cut at the factory that length. So one end is going to be factory length. Right here, we're getting ready to put the chicken wire on. This was a little bit of a pain. We had to kind of snip the wiring. We actually saved that too. We used that on another project, which you'll probably see here in the very near future. All right, now we're using a pneumatic stapler. You can use whatever kind of stapler you think you need. So basically you just stretch the wire out over your frame and staple her down. Now right here, you see he's going along the bottom edge there. I'm basically going along and snipping off the chicken wire just to give us the length. And then we're going to stretch it and staple it along the studs. And then here in a minute you're going to see us add an extra piece of chicken wire to it. And then we'll cut that. The chicken wire actually has 2 pieces of wire that go down in like a third, because I want to say that's like a 4-foot wide roll, right? So they divided that up into 3 pieces and run a solid wire. It gives you a place to be able to cut down a straight line, and it also gives you a place to, you know, kind of an idea on measurement. And then you'll see the side at the very end of the video there, completed here very shortly. See, there we go, unrolling that, and we're gonna staple it and cut it down. Basically we just did this 3 more times. I think the new coop ended up being, we wanted it 10 foot long and 5 feet wide. We used a V style or a triangle style roofing so that the roof would, you know, run the water off as it rained. We did not plywood the top. We actually used some old tarp laying around to cover it with, and you'll catch all that in another video. We'll give, you know, better detail. I was also told to give a shout out to Stephen Hodges, I think that's his name. That's where they got the idea from, so shout out to that guy. Apparently he's got a bunch of chickens, he's really successful with it, so they used this idea, one of his ideas, to make this one, and we kind of made it our own from what I understand. So thank you very much for watching. If you stuck around this far, please don't forget to hit the like, and don't forget to subscribe, share. This stuff is very valuable information for the next guy, and if you enjoy what you see here, just leave a comment. Let us know what other kinds of content you'd like to see out here on the homestead, and we'll do our best to make it happen. Thanks for watching again, and please enjoy. What's up, you guys? This is Adam, RNF Homestead. Yesterday, you saw us build some panels, or a panel rather, for a new chicken coop. Well, we just completed it, and it is on the back of my mother's truck, going across the back of the property currently, on its way over here. me get over here. Yum, there he is. There he comes. It's that big old house back there. Looks kind of like a camper on the back of that truck. He's taking it easy currently. Or we're going to put it over here. I'm not entirely sure where, but once we get it down and we get it finished up, I'll be back and give you guys a walk around. Peace.